alongside his team of Mass General doctors and nurses. 62-year-old Rick Slayman is the first living person to receive a genetically edited pig kidney. After weeks of recovery, he has been released from the hospital.
We're going to keep watching him closely, 3 times a week initially, blood work and seeing him in clinic.
He is not speaking publicly about undergoing this pioneering surgery, but in a statement thanked his doctors, writing, "This moment, leaving the hospital today with one of the cleanest bills of health I've had in a long time, is one I wished would come for many years. Now it's a reality and one of the happiest moments of my life." Dr. Leo Riella, who helped perform the 4-hour-long procedure, says Mr. Slayman is doing well despite his body rejecting the pig's kidney a few days after surgery.
Having experience with treating rejections before, we started treatment right away, and he completely reversed and his kidney function went back in track.
Mr. Slayman was living with end-stage kidney disease and on dialysis at the time of operation.
What we hope is that this is, a glimmer of hope for many other patients that need a transplant.
Mr. Slayman echoing that by stating, "I want to thank anyone who has seen my story and sent well wishes, especially patients waiting for a kidney transplant. Today marks a new beginning, not just for me, but for them as well." The next step for the pioneering doctors here at Mass General is to begin clinical trials. Dr. Riella, who you just heard from, says he's been receiving emails and letters from kidney patients saying that they want to volunteer.
Over 1 month later,
the local man who received the world's first kidney transplant from a pig has died. Rick Slayman received the groundbreaking transplant at Mass General Hospital. He left the hospital a month ago, and at the time, Slayman said he was happy to get a clean bill of health and hopeful to live life without the burden of dialysis. The 62-year-old from Weymouth had end-stage kidney disease. No word on his cause of death. Mass General doctors are currently working with the FDA to begin clinical trials involving pig kidneys.
Wow. These demons, these devils, after you put in a kidney from a pig into your body, that was deleted, and they wanna say they don't know what was the cause. It's obvious what was the cause, and yet they mention they wanna go forth with the clinical trials for more victims. That's why you never trust your enemy. And majority of almost all those clients would be Jakes, because Jakes don't have the money to afford a kidney and these things. You wouldn't be hearing no Edomite, none of the elites or they with money looking to go for a pig's kidney. So there's a lot of you Jakes would be killed by this, right? Because you all are stupid and you reject the counsel of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. So there is this judgment, speed judgment upon Jake for his folly. And this is to show you don't trust these devils, They knew the outcome. They surely knew the outcome. You saw Edom is a mad scientist, and his target is to experiment upon you Jakes and bring mass death upon you Jakes. They have already been doing it by poisoning the water, the food, especially by the so-called cure that they gave out. Man, this man is the devil, the border of wickedness. What would you expect from this man? What would you really expect from this man? So let's go into it. Alright, Leviticus 7:11 and 7. And the swine, though he divided the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he chewed not the cud, he is unclean to you. He is unclean to you. That is why, as the doctor mentioned, his body was literally rejecting the kidney. But they gave him some medicines and etc. for it to, your body is like that being something foreign in your body. It come like the so-called cure, so your body would resist against it. Or I'd say, of their flesh shall he not eat. So if he is not to eat that, right, How could you put that into your body to remain while you live? If it not edible, you cannot eat it. And the carcass shall he not touch. If he is not to touch the carcass, you placing that inside of you, how stupid could you jakes be? They are unclean, unclean to you. Yeah, they're unclean. Look, for instance, when these unclean animals have a lot of spirits upon them. For example, in the book of Matthew, in the account in Matthew, when the guy had a lot of spirits upon him, and they entered into the swine. Matthew 8 and 28. Right? Matthew 8 and 28. And when he was come to the other side in the country of the Gergesenes, there met him two possessed with devils, coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by that way. And behold, they cried out, saying, What have we to do with thee, Yahushai, thou son of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai? So even the angels confess that Yahushai was the son of the Most High. Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? And there was a good way off from them, and herd of many swine feeding. So the devils besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. So within these unclean animals there is unclean spirits. And he said unto them, Go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea and perished in the waters. Just imagine that. So with you having a part of that swine's body, just imagine how many spirits would be upon you. You know? Just imagine how many, by you eating these unclean meats, it actually is putting spirits upon you. For you to go to the extent uh, taking an implant. So if just imagine if it was something good, they would have never given that free trial. You know, because these mad scientists say, let me get that Sirach 12 and 10. Because remember, these are our enemies. These are our enemies. You know? And Jake love freeness, Jake love, because due to poverty, Jake would look at any mean. And that's why a lot of you Jakes would be destroyed. You know? It's a never trust thine enemy. For as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So look at all these Edomites smiling, happy to be able to put a pig's kidney in you. And now they won't be accountable for your debt. It is your fault because you wanted that. That's why in Proverbs 1, the Lord say that you all gonna eat the fruit of your own device. Right? You caused that debt upon your own self. Proverbs 1 and 38 say, They would none of my counsel, they despise all of my reproof. Right? Yeah, you don't want to hear the counsel of the men of the Lord. You don't want to hear the men of the Lord rebuking in the gate and saying, Stay away from the unclean meats, etc. Watch your health, these things. You don't want to hear that. It said, Therefore shall ye eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own device. Yeah, you eat the fruit of your own way. Right? Thinking you could have put on a pig's kidney to live longer. But he that preserve his life shall lose it. You trying to preserve your life will offer witchcraft, because that's evil, that's witchcraft. You using an animal's body and putting it in a part of an animal's body and putting it in your body. That's why your body brother posted up the Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 15 and 39. Right? Where it says, all flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. Yes, so we flesh are not like this. You know, that's why I would see some animals, you know, they could intake a lot of poison into them and be normal. If we take poison into us, you know, we will die. So, hey, different flesh. And we know, hey, the swine is one of the most unclean and filled with parasites. You know, thousands of parasites within that meat. So the moment that enter into you, that would what? Your body would be full of parasites, it would be full of spirits. You surely wouldn't live long. You know? You surely wouldn't live long. Jeremiah 4 and 22. Because we people are wise to do evil. Let's say for my people is foolish. He was surely a fool. You know? He was surely a fool to do that. They have not known me. They are sottish children. And they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil. But to do good they have no knowledge. They're wise to do evil. Second is just 9 and 11. It says, and they that have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. Yeah, so that is why this Jake had to suffer a real weird death, you know, because you don't wanna hearken unto the Lord. You wanna choose the way of the devil, you know, your father, because how shall I say, of your father the devil, you know, the great deceiver Esau Edom, right? Don't think these Edomites who wasn't enjoying putting that kidney in you. He's a mad scientist. That's why it's saying Proverbs 4 and 16. You know, he don't sleep. It's a for they sleep not except they have done mischief. And to them that is fun. You know, doing a forward surgery upon a nigger, because that's what you are. You ain't no Israelite. You know, yeah, you might be an Israelite, you know, through your forefather, but your mentality is of the mentality of a nigger, because no man of the Lord, you know, an Israelite that, you know, hearkening unto the word would think to do that or even trust Esau Edom, you know, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. Yeah, for they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. And that is him. You know, though he ain't laughing and drinking champagne, hey, another one down. He was silly, he was a silly one. Look at it. You know, that four was that I woke up on that guy, I experimented, I enjoyed myself, and I get my result. The sip champagne off of you, Jake. Yeah. Wow. The book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah 13 and 20. It says, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Because if it was for something good and beneficial to Jake, it would have never been given. They wouldn't think to do that. You know, and the boasting about it, you know, they want to start off the clinical trials. It's all just to sweep in a lot of you jakes and kill you jakes and just exercise the hands and the mad scientists, you know, practices. Yeah, you know, hey, just a quick one. Hopefully this was edifying. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing this word in sincerity and truth. All praises belongeth unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Yakakadash. Until the next one, Shalom.